All right, bro. How many more how to start an OFM agency videos are you going to watch before you actually admit that you're not making fucking money in this space? You've seen the gurus flexing the rented Lambos, you've seen the screenshots, and hell, you maybe even bought a course or two and hasn't panned out yet. But let me guess, your results are still the fucking same, right? You're still stuck, you're still confused, and you're still broke. And deep down, you don't know why because nobody actually tells you why people fail in OFM. They all skip the real reasons, and those reasons fucking destroy beginners. They have no systems, no structure, no training, terrible model selection, and that's why 99% of people fail in this industry. Let me show you something. This is my agency's revenue in the last 30 days. And no, this isn't a screenshot. I can show you every day, and I can even give you my net earnings, which is 104, and then the gross earnings of 130. Okay? Get it? Right? And I built that in under 8 months from a shitty apartment in Oklahoma City when I was just stubborn as fuck and I had a cracked iPhone. I was just getting after it. Today, I'm not selling you a fantasy. I'm not giving you guru motivation. I'm literally defining how to get to the next level. I'm going to show you the exact blueprint that prevents failure and the exact path that took me from 0 to 6 figures a month faster than anyone else in this space. So you've got two options. You can either click off this video, go watch another fucking guru montage with sad music and fake promises, or you can stay here, pay attention for the next 30 minutes, and I'm finally show you why everyone else fails and how I didn't. And honestly, this video is going to show you how you don't either. All right. Why most people fail in OFM and how I avoided it. Earlier this year, I was W2 my life away. This is April 2025. 8 months later, I'm a 100K agency owner. I mean, really, it's 130K, but who's counting? This is literally from today. So just so you know, okay, from when I was recording this. I wanted out, but I did not know what I was going to do. I had no idea. I wasn't going to do real estate, wasn't going to go back to car sales, wasn't going to keep climbing the digital ladder like I was here because it was basically all remote. And then, I just knew that I needed to make serious money again, having 10 to 15K months. It's like all I wanted was huge months again when I was like in the car business. So I was done grinding the W2 life at this point, and this is honestly the turning point for me because like this is how much money I made, right? I made $5,700 that month, and then by the end of the month I had fucking $85. You can even see here like I was borrowing money from Dave because I couldn't pay my bills. Okay, so what changed here, right? Like I found OnlyFans management. That's pretty much what happened. I found OnlyFans management. I then had fucking two options. It was either keep being broke and not taking risk, which would just leave me back here again, or it was, buy my first course. That's really what I put myself in front of. Like I had a model. I fucking jumped in. I was going to go buy my real estate license, my real estate exam, but instead I bought my first course. And so here's what I knew. This is basically the belief that allowed me to do it. I used to drop ship, and when I was drop shipping, I literally bought a course and it worked for me because I literally had the paradigm of, hey, if I buy a course, I can make money. Because I bought a course and did 50K a month on a drop shipping store, but couldn't cash out on it. So the belief that I had was there. It was there. I knew that courses made money. So I took the chance. So I took the risk, bought my first course, and literally in like 7 days, I was 6K in my agency, and I knew that there was something special. I knew this wasn't like drop shipping. It wasn't like life insurance like I tried. It just had like a different feel to it, a completely different pulse, like a completely different idea of what this is going to be for me because I was making money so fast and I just didn't understand at that point what this was really going to lead into. All right, real quick, I'm just going to give this to the killers that are still watching this video. So I've got an OFM masterclass on my Notion. If you want it, DM me on Insta. It has so much free value. Look at this. It's literally OFM crash course, mistakes beginner agency owners made, 10K a month, agency roadmaps, Instagram powerhouse, like everything you need. Everything you need. So just DM me on Insta and I will literally send it to you. It's fox.ofm. I'll give it to you for free. And let me just show you real quick. Just like Reddit. Look how much information you're going to get. And then here's a full video of me explaining it for 12 minutes long. And every section's like that. Anyways, get back to the video. So I literally quit my job, which was the biggest risk that I'd ever taken. Like the biggest risk. I promise you, this risk really, really, really was like weighing on me a lot. And then, the risk paid off. My first model did a 20K month. Here's all the statistics from her earnings. Great ratio, by the way. I'm just going to brag on myself. And then the second month, I did 20K again. And I was kind of like, okay, I did 20K, then I did 20K again. I was like, why do I feel stuck? Why do I feel stuck? Like, why do I feel like I can't get past this point? And I really felt like I couldn't. I just like felt like, okay, she's just gonna be here and this is where she's gonna be at. When I was seeing all these other people flex these results, and I just didn't understand it. And it's really because the course I bought only taught me how to use CRMs and hire chatters. Like, that's pretty much it. And it didn't teach me how to drive like real traffic and what this game is really about. And that's where most agency owners go to die. This is what happens. This is what I mean. So they take a risk, right? They buy their first course, and then once they do it, they realize it's too hard. They can't sign a model. They can't get traffic to the page. And even if they do sign a model, they can't get the traffic. So she leaves and they quit. And ultimately, it's not their fault. It's generally the systems that are in place. You didn't have the right support, right? Like the programs didn't give you the right pieces. There's generic templates, no step-by-step structure, no support on scaling, no teaching. Like they don't teach like how to sign real models. They just tell you like hustle harder. There's no real personalization, and that's it, right? And this is a really good quote here. Most mentors teach theory. Almost none of them teach execution, which means a lot of them can yap about it, but none of them can actually walk the walk, right? So boom, you belly up. Like you buy your first course, you fucking can't get it right. You struggle, you have no one to reach out to, you have no support, and then so you fail, right? It's very, very common. And I was really scared this was happening to me, even though I found some success, because I saw people lose models and watch their agencies flip right over and then they were dead. Like I watched it happen. So I decided to spend more money. I could have stayed there and not spent more money and then been at an agency that's doing 20, 30K still. Like this is where I could end up. I could still be here, still doing the same shit 8 months later, which I see a lot of people do that are from the original place that I used to hang out in. So I knew it. I knew there's more to OFM. I bought a new course, and the second phase of this journey was that I developed the mindset of a 100K agency owner. This is me, and this is like the mentor that I hired, right? Didn't hire, but the course I bought, and then the mentorship that I was in. So this is it. I had a badass mentor now. I was working one on one with him. It was awesome. Whenever I needed him, I was able to reach out to him. I had over 45 calls with him. I went back to my Calendly and checked. Like I had over 45 calls with this mentor, week in, week out. One of the biggest things I can say that I learned is that he fanned out a lot of the smoke, because in this space there's so much bullshit involved. Like there's so much shit I could fucking say. I could just go on a tangent right now about how much BS there is in OFM, where people aren't doing, you know they're saying they're doing this but they're not, or they're gatekeeping something and then they try to trade favors with you. Like there's so much BS involved. Like let me just give you an example. Like Reddit, for example. Like you can't hire someone to run your Reddit. Doesn't make sense, doesn't work. So this safeguarded me from a lot of shiny object syndrome, like a lot of it. And so why did this happen? Right? Because he had already dealt with everything that I was struggling with. So all the issues with like, okay, well, what if I do this or what if I do that? He's like, no, dude, just focus here and you're gonna make a lot of money. Just focus right here. This is the name of the game. This is where people make their money. Stay right here. I was like, okay. So I was trying to be patient. I would come to him with a problem. He'd fix it. I would come to him with I would need a mindset adjustment. I didn't realize that. That's what I needed. I would come to him like, hey, this sucks. Da da da. Not getting traffic. Blah blah blah. He's like, hey, stick with it. You're going to be fine. And he was right, but you get the point. So he was dealing with all my impatience, the shiny object syndrome I had, and then the floor traps of OFM, of just people saying like, oh, well, if you spend money with me, I can get you this, this, and this, when it's really not the case. So he was basically like a really big part of how I was successful in OFM. And here's the breakthrough for me on the second phase. Nothing was being gate kept from me. So in other courses, it's like people didn't want to talk, or people didn't want to tell you something, or people didn't want to give you the information. Like they didn't want to help you unless you were helping them. And if you couldn't help them, they weren't going to help you. Like that was gone. His community, it was perfect. There was no problems. Everyone was on the same page. Everyone was there to help each other out. But it's because all the sauce was there. Everything I needed to know was right there. And so boom, like I had this big realization that like, with him pouring into me and being like being so hands-on is what gave me so much success in this space early on. And it made me realize that so many people that are selling courses aren't doing it the right way. They're just giving you a booklet and they're ushering you along. That's all they're doing. So you get on a weekly call and you get one question. That's what you get, right? And so fast forward 2 months, my agency's cooking. Like I'm doing 34 to 40K a month. This is like month 4 of my OFM journey. But my main model was still stuck at 20K a month for like the third month in a row, and I couldn't get her unstuck. So I had to figure out if I knew everything in this space. So mind you, At this point, I've already bought 2 courses. I'm doing 40K a month. Most people are like, hell yeah, I'm cooking, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing and yada yada. That's what they're doing, right? They're high on life. But me, I knew that I wanted to make more, and I knew my agency had the potential to make more. So what did I do? You fucking guessed it. I bought another course. Yeah, I bought another one. So 3. I'm in 3 deep. A lot of money. A lot of money. I'll just say that. Like a lot. Not 4 digits, 5 digits deep in courses at this point. So, this one felt like the biggest gamble, and this is why. I already knew so much about OFM because I was an absolute student of the game. I was watching things, I was connecting with people, I was, really invested in this business. Like this was my main like butter, right? And, I had to think about it. Was I about to waste money on chasing more success? Was this the right move? I literally was so tight on cash trying to get this course that I literally borrowed it from the model, saying I was using it to buy a course so I could scale her. And yes, I had to pay it back if I got fucked. So it was literally all or nothing. I wanted to push her past 20K so bad, and this was my solution. So like buying, I just knew that there was something else out there. So I had to wait an entire weekend to get the money from her. So this whole weekend I'm sitting there and I'm just like wondering, like, oh my God, am I making the right decision? Is this what I need to do right now? What if I don't do this? What if I just like keep doing what I'm doing right now? I was just so back and forth. Like this Pablo Escobar meme is like exactly what was going through my mind. So here are the 2 decisions, right? Like, not worth it. Why am I spending the money? Like, my old mentor taught me everything. And then I was like, there's a lot more I don't know because my model's still bottlenecked at 20K a month. I got to scale her. Like, what do I need to do? So I had to make a decision. I told him no. Just kidding. I fucking said yes and sent the cash. So here's the craziest part. I jumped on one phone call, and in 2 weeks, my agency skyrocketed. I had one phone call. Spent five, no, no. I spent 4 digits worth of money for one phone call, pretty much, in a skyrocket agency. Best money I've ever spent, though. I'll tell you right now, some of the best money I have ever spent in this game. I paid thousands of dollars for one call. Realistically, that's like I'm saying, I fucking spent thousands of dollars for a phone call. And yeah, there were lots after. Like we're still really good friends. Like you get the point. Like that's pretty much it, right? So I went from 40K to literally cranking 100K, and the model that I was stuck at 20K went from 20K a month to that next month doing 64K to doing 89K. Here's a screenshot of her earnings. This was literally the same time I got the other screenshot. Boom, 89K. Okay, up, and that's, if you look, it says up 4.3%, which means last month I must have also done 85K, and the month before that, and the month before that. So just so you know, if you know how to read OF analytics. So one phone call changed my agency tremendously. It wasn't a course. Frankly, I didn't even look at his course. I didn't even look at it. It wasn't about that. It was, hey, look at my agency and show me exactly what I'm doing wrong. And it not always is what you're doing wrong, but what you're doing right that you need to do more of. And I knew I needed him to deep dive my agency one-on-one. That's the key, guys. I didn't go buy a course and then look through someone's course and then just was like, oh, what do I do? At this point, all I cared about is one-on-one access to people. Alex Hormozy, right? I don't need his course. I don't need his books. I want to have a one-on-one phone call with him. That's what I want. And the same principle applies here, right? So why am I telling all of you this? Because there are so many times that this could have not worked out for me. I could have literally bellied up so many times. My agency could have collapsed right out from underneath me. Model leave, I made a bad decision with signing a model, or I ran the wrong traffic methods, or got my head too buried deep. Like the risk adversity I kept putting myself in was really breaking me over and over and over trying to scale. And I'm honestly going to self-proclaim that I was the fastest rookie agency to grow in the game. And to be honest, I'm one of the only people who have bought multiple mentorships in this game to figure it out. But I knew exactly what it took to get to the next level. I had to keep going all in on myself. And I was willing to take the risk when most people buy one course and it's not for them. It's very common that this happens. So they either buy one course and it's not for them, or they buy one, get stuck there forever with limited resources, with a glass ceiling over their head, trying to figure this shit out. For me, I knew that it was starting, like where I was starting was not where I was going to end. That was a simple case. Like, it was not gonna be the end of the road. I knew that, like, I looked around me and I was like, "Oh, no one's really earning the way I am. I need to know more." And of course, like, a lot of people are going to say that they have the answers and they're going to say that they're the best. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that I'm the best. I'm just saying that I know what it's like to be just like you. Like, I know where, like, you're looking for more information, you're trying to find more answers, and it's really hard. And ultimately, what you have to do is make a decision within yourself that, okay, maybe I don't know everything. And maybe if I ask someone and get someone's help, it will work out for me because it worked out for me. And I can tell you straight up that, like, if I didn't make these decisions and join these other courses or join these other mentorships, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I can promise you that. And so, you watch OFM videos trying to figure this stuff out. And, I wanted to change and start my agency. And I didn't know how and who to choose to help me. And, like, for me now, I had no bias because know what each other program has to offer. And it's because I was a student of them. So I can tell you throughout this entire journey, as you look at it, for me, literally being this kid, right? This kid 8 months ago trying to figure out OFM, which most of you are right here, and this kid here, where he makes $130,000 a month on with his agency. Like, there's so much growth that I put myself through in 8 months, and there's so much risk I took. So much money I spent on traffic methods that didn't work, so many setups that didn't work. Literally, investing myself over and over and over. Like, there's so much risk that happened in between these two spots that people don't see. And I wanted to give you guys a real breakdown of, like, what this looks like as I am growing. And a lot of agency owners aren't going to be this, they're not going to be this realistic with you because they're just going to be like, "Oh, bro, here's my Rolex. Here's my fucking M4." I'm shitting on myself because I have an M4. But, like, here's the, like, just, you see what I'm saying? Like, so many people are not going to be this transparent with you, but I want to show you because I was a student too. I started at the beginning. And ultimately, I had to go through multiple programs to figure this out. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I had to go through multiple programs to figure this game out. And so when you sit here and people tell you, like, "Oh, well, I have all the answers," do you? Because me, I know that now I have all the answers because I fucking went and bought all the books. And so I'm just showing you this so you can really see why people fail and why people get stuck. And I hope this inspires you. I hope that you take this video that you're watching and see it for what it is, and you can see, like, my journey all the way through, because this was the pivotal moment right here when I put it all on black with money I didn't even have. That's what took me from 40 to 100K. And it's not going to be the same thing for everybody. I was just primed and ready to go. And I was so ready that all it took was a single phone call to really ignite my agency. And that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate everyone that's taking the time to really, sit through this video with me. If you've watched this video, I'm going to sneak in I mean, you've probably already seen it by now, but I'll sneak in a secret little something for you. So